Your choice is either we can work within what we have that has some degree of a self-correcting mechanism, though it's imperfect, and work to improve it, or we can link arms with the left or be useful tools to the left. Because that is what let's distill it even more. 2028, take the two front runners. You either get J.D. Vance, imperfect, or Marco Rubio, imperfect, or Gavin Newsom. It is going to come down to a binary choice. And your rhetoric right now and your advocacy right now does have an impact on that. So you really better believe that Gretchen Whitmer or Gavin Newsom or Kamala Harris are no different than J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio.
Steven Crowder seems to be the only talking head who talks like this. Let me know down in the comment section if you know anyone else.
Fascism.
So obviously you're mocking the religion of Iran. Okay. If you seek a religious war,
Pause.
That's a...
You mean the installed religion? Because historically, I don't know if you noticed, the Persians weren't all Muslim people. There's a history of Zoroastrianism, and you guys can get into it. But anyway, it's just, I guess, splitting hairs. By the way, I don't know if you know this, Islam has always been an installed religion. It's kind of new. Let's keep going.
Good idea. But by the way, no decent person mocks other people's religions.
Now,
Disagree.
how far they fall. He's like fully Jewish now, I think, like he's just like, it's all of the Israelis, sue, if your feelings are hurt, sue.
But to mock other people's faith is to mock the idea of faith itself.
I think they're getting,
Incorrect.
They see these ostracized, they see these communities of people out there getting abused and shit, and I think it reflects in them somewhere,
It's a mockery not just of Islam, it's a mockery of Christianity.
So obviously this clip went viral and Tucker's very convincing even when he doesn't make any sense.
Pause. No, Islam is a mockery of Christianity. This is the sleight of hand. Islam says, by the way, all that stuff that's in the New Testament about Jesus Christ being divine, dying on the cross for sins, resurrecting, none of that happened. The people of the book, Jews and Christians, lied about it. Islam is quite literally blasphemous toward Christianity. Doesn't mean that I want to force them to meet their maker as they do me. But to say that mocking a religion that tries to remove the entire basis of yours is to mock Christianity, the mental gymnastics, they should be 12-year-old Chinese girls taping down their breasts to make it through the trials. Let's go to the next one.
Send out a tweet with the F word on Easter morning promising the murder of civilians and then saying praise be to Allah without explaining any of it. You are mocking me and every other Christian because we're Christians. We can't support that. That is true. Evil. That is an intentional desecration of beauty and truth, which is the definition of evil.
Even though Donald Trump has shattered his coalition by lying us into this stupid war on behalf of a foreign country, that coalition is still right for someone else to pick it up and run with it.
My concern is that this is evidence that he is not in control. He is not in control as commander-in-chief of his own armed forces.
This is the greatest about-face in political history that I have really ever seen.
He hasn't been saying Iran can't have a nuke since the 80s?
It feels like theater.
Nobody's been more consistent.
It feels like
than Trump.
It's been theater for a while. And it feels like, maybe this is crazy, but it feels like we're at the last cusp before something weird is going to happen. Didn't you say something weird might happen, Jamie?
You could have a global nuclear war. That's why we haven't used nuclear weapons in 80 years. No one has. Because you don't know where it goes from there. This is insane, okay? This is insane. It's hard to believe you even need to say this out loud. Oh, but you do. Because all things being equal, that's where we're heading.
I hope Thomas Massey runs for president. I think, by the way, they're doing a big money bomb for Thomas Massey on March 30th. And I think him winning re-election in Congress is like the most important political election in the country right now.
Sue them. Sue them. Everybody's just jealous of you. It's like there's something that's just so middle school about this. It's, no, we want to know who killed Charlie Kirk. So could you park aside the lawyers and get information for us?
Tyler Robinson's parents
do. No, you can't do that, can you?
The Democrats and them in the midterms, that's a side issue now compared to existential threat. How do we 25th Amendment his ass?
You see, there's a lot of brown people getting murdered on TikTok all the time, like, you know, in the Middle East, and I think you see that.
The regime 40,000 people.
It activates.
Yeah. But it's not just mockery of Islam. And no president should mock Islam. That's not your job.
So what Crowd is saying is this: these talking heads coming at the Trump administration in such an orchestrated manner, so viciously, but with no alternative, no better alternative, are horse theory manifested. They are inadvertently but necessarily Marxist.
Yeah, he said to mock anyone's religion is to mock religion itself. No, you should never mock anybody's religion. Well, again, you can consider it a luxury or cross to bear. I've grown up here in the public eye. I have never been shy to criticize and mock Islam, and I stand by it.
Well, Muhammad did have slaves. He did slaughter a few hundred Jews, and some of his last words were cursing the Jewish and Christian people. I'm still not seeing how someone could interpret this religion as violent.
And there we go, Aisha with a black eye and a fat lip. Oh, look at that picture.
And in the spirit of full disclosure, Muhammad had many wives.
Not Muhammad! Who is me? Shut up! You don't know the boss of me!
That was, in fact, Gerald. He was the only person. He was the only person willing to be in that sketch. Everyone was like, "Oh, wait, you're making fun of Islam?"
Not Muhammad.
And maybe it's just a tender spot because I've gotten fatwa'd for my troubles. I don't know about you, but kind of a central tenet of the right was we don't like being told who we are allowed to mock, tease, or espouse opinions on at all. Since I've been here,
Yeah.
we aren't the people. We aren't the party, the political movement of we're offended or it's offensive enough that you shouldn't say it.
Yeah.
And I certainly wouldn't put mocking Islam in that category out of the many potential sacred cows at all.
And Tucker basically just made a hate speech argument. He defined the mockery of Islam as the mockery of Christianity.
Yeah.
He tied those things together in a way I've never seen somebody tie them together, by the way, and say that is him mocking us for being Christians and we can't support that. He preceded that by saying, I voted for him before and I would probably vote for him again if he ran. What the hell are you talking about?
It would be like saying to mock Satanism is to mock Christianity.
Yeah, because
I will tell you this, the closest thing that we have to Satanism in practice is Islam. Just to be f***ing clear. Does that bother you? Just to be f***ing clear, the religion that says Jesus was not divine, the Jews and Christians are liars. And by the way, this new guy with the book who thought he was wrestling with a demon but was convinced it was an angel has a whole new list of rules that violate the old ones and you should follow them. By the way, if you don't, we're going to kill you. To mock Satanism is to mock Christianity. If you want to say, hey, I think this is too costly, fine. If you want to say President Trump hasn't been as good on right now the economy, okay, cool. But to say to mock Islam is to mock Christianity. No one should ever mock anyone's faith.
Yeah, I've been wondering about this. A lot of the right podcasters are low-key defending Islam. Where is that logical jump from Christianity to Islam? I don't understand. Do you?
I couldn't disagree more.
If we went through all the episodes of him being on Fox News with his own show for 10 years, you're going to tell me we can't find something that he was where he's mocking?
Many times.
Right?
Many times. You know what it says too? The new
I used
party,
to like him. I'm totally...
The new Marxist right?
Did he say Marxist right? Because immediately I think of Tucker Carlson.
You're not welcome because of your comedy albums. You've been mighty harsh on Islam a few times. Oh, well, that's evil, Nick.
Yeah.
The jokes are evil. And I understand the president is different from a comedian. That's not lost on me, but that's not what was said.
That's not what he said. Yeah, exactly.
And we do have some more sage wisdom on X. Some of these posts. And here's the thing, too. We provide all our references. Like I said, check them out, 11 a.m. Eastern. That's when we stream. And some of those people, just to be clear, I consider friends. So it doesn't mean that they're bad people. Certainly not all of them. And hopefully we can have, hey, anyone, you're welcome to, if you think that it's unfair. But you do see quite a bit, especially on social media, just flat out lies. And the problem is people, and they're not stupid. If you believe some of these things, you're not stupid. you just don't have enough time in the day to fact check everything. So a lot of people go, well, why would someone lie about this? That seems obvious. It's cited as a fact, and then you move forward with that as the basis of your belief.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I'm making these clips for you, because they're so seductive and they sound convincing. They bypass your judgment.
They have this banger from Candace. Again, just going to criticize the actual points. It's very hard to fact check evidence because none is ever provided.
Ever.
This is a satanic administration. We all realize that satanic Zionists occupy the White House and Congress needs to move to have the mad King Trump removed. So it's a rebrand. She was a liberal, a socialist her whole life, up until and including through the election, then stole the term Blexit from someone else who had created it, profited, and now she's going back. She's going back to let's remove King Trump. Alternative? Please propose it. Please propose it. Because we know they don't want Vance. We know they don't want to go down the line succession.
It's Peacemaker. Look after yourself. See you on the next one.